Hi everybody, it's Andrea again, and I wanted to do a topic today on fatigue. While everybody is very excited about CCSVI and all the promising things that it can possibly bring, we're still having to deal with our everyday issues because in reality this is going to take some time for many of us to even get tested, let alone have the procedure done. So I wanted to do the topic on fatigue since fatigue seems to be the number one complaint in MSers. For myself, fatigue is um, probably not as bad as what a lot of you have. If I overdo, I get fatigued. Walking, fatigue. Um, I just don't have the total debilitating fatigue that I hear that a lot of you have. One thing that some of you might not know is the reason that fatigue is so prevalent in MS is due to neuroplasticity, which basically means that with MS, because of the lesions in our brain, it causes damage to the myelin, and I believe it's the axons and all of that. So it makes multitasking very hard for us. And though the brain tries to repair itself, by doing that, it finds, I guess, new ways to function and do as much as it can with multitasking and things that before you had MS and people who don't have it find to be very simple. But it's utilizing different parts of the brain, and so it's pulling from all of these different places to help you keep doing what you used to do, maybe not at the rate that you used to, but it does keep you functioning. But what it does is it causes fatigue because now the brain, instead of using one certain area for when you're doing something, it's pulling from several different areas to get this one thing done. And so fatigue comes out of that because the brain is being overtaxed finding a way to do it. And that's something that I just recently kind of learned in trying to understand how fatigue works and affects everybody. I do get cognitive fatigue if I'm overwhelmed with certain things and multitasking, which I used to be able to do quite well. And I can still do some things, but when I had to go for my neuropsych eval for disability, that's where I had issues and problem solving and things like that. So I wanted to talk about what do you guys do for fatigue? Do you take medications for it? Now, I don't take anything for fatigue. I've not felt the need for it. Since the relapse that had put me down back in, God, was it, I think November, and then was still having issues, and just last month did, more steroids. So I'm slowly getting back to a somewhat normal base that I was at. But I know exercise is a good thing, and I'd really like to start getting back to it. I just have to be very careful because of the problems with my neck and the hug, and if I bend the wrong way, it throws me, I get dizzy, vertigo, the horrible electrical shock feeling, and then the hug, if I do anything too much, it pulls and causes spasms for me. And I take medications for, spasticity and for anxiety and the strange jerks, and the twitching and the restless leg and all of that, which I think can lead to fatigue as well if you're not getting a good sleep. And that's another thing that I've learned is, sleep is so very, very important for all of us, because when you're getting a good deep sleep, uninterrupted, is when the body is trying to repair itself, and when the brain is trying to heal itself. So if you're not getting good rest, that needs to be addressed as well, and that once again continues with the fatigue issues. So basically, what I'm wondering is, how bad is your fatigue? What does it affect? Is it a physical fatigue? Is it a brain fatigue? And what do you do to help it? So that's the topic of the day. And once again, I'm doing the so thing. But I forgot what I was going to say. Brain fog. But I did get a good night's sleep. So I hope you're all doing well. And I hope to hear what your thoughts are on this. Like I said, I'm fortunate that I don't have it as severely as so many of you do. I have my own issues, as we all do. But fatigue affects us all, I think, no matter what, in some kind of way. So signing out for now, and please, upload a video if you have any information for people, or can give examples, or post a comment. So that's it for now. Signing out. Bye-bye.